Hello book lovers, I'm Kiki and welcome back to my little corner on the internet. Today we are once again choosing next month's TBR and I am really excited for it. I still have about a week left well, not quite a week left I think, in June. So I think I might end up almost finishing my June TBR, so that's great. I did not read so much in June. I don't know, it wasn't a great reading month, but we are choosing next month's reads, and oh my god, what's with my hair? Anyway, I am using my TBR jar again. I'm starting to have not enough prompts in here, so I'm gonna have to figure out what to do. I might end up putting in just like book titles as well that I'm procrastinating on, so I'm more likely to have to pick them up, if that makes sense, but I'm gonna figure that out later. It's also, I'm trying not to like put prompts back quickly because I have the tendency to like redraw prompts. I don't know how that works, but anyway, I will be choosing 8 books for August in the hopes that I will be able to read a bit more than I did in June. And it's the 8th month, so it just, you know, it works. So honestly, let's just get started. I might have a little bit more trouble choosing my books this time around because all of my unread books are flipped around, like they're wrong side facing outwards. I don't know what I wanted to say. Anyway, so it might take me a while to actually get the books, so we'll see what happens. Let's start with this one. And I don't know if this is a book matching my outfit. Ooh, ooh. Oh, I love it. I'm wearing a black dress. So with just like a tad bit of like silver maybe. So I'm wondering if I even have a book that matches that. I mean, I do. The question is if I want to read it, you know? That's always the bigger problem. I'm gonna, like, I know where the books are when I want to, like, find them, but let's actually look on my list of books to see what I could potentially read. You see, I was thinking that. That's the first one that comes up, although it's like, it's not really silver, it's more bluish. Oh no, this is actually, you know what, I know what I'm gonna read and I've already put this aside for a video, which just makes it so easy. I don't know if this might be dark blue, but it's called The Lace Reader, which mostly is black, but has like silvery blue-ish like accents. And I don't know what this is. I think, I'll just read it, honestly, it's easier. Can you read your future in a piece of lace? All of the Whitney women can, but the last time Towner read, it killed her sister and nearly robbed Towner of her own sanity. Yeah, I've been wanting to pick this up for a while, so I think it fits really nicely. I also don't really have that many, just like straight up black books, I think, like with black covers. It's just, I'm also trying to get my physical TBR down. Like there are books that I could reread that would fit that, but honestly, what's the point in that? I don't know. Okay, orange it is. Number 2. Ooh, a middle grade. Okay, so I am going to choose The Dark Prophecy by Rick Riordan, which is book 2 in the Trials of Apollo series. And I would choose book 1. However, I am hoping that I will actually still read this in June because I really want to. So I'm putting book 2 on there. If I do not manage to read book 1 in June, I will just have both of them on my TBR, which is fine because if everything works out, I will probably just end up reading the whole series in August, so we'll see what happens. But I'm so excited to finally get to that series. It's just like, I feel like I've already had a couple of things, like just a couple of spoilers, just because I am online so much. I think this is the right way around. I don't know. A book I've been avoiding. There are a lot of those. Like, if we're being completely honest, you know what? Why not? Alice by Christina Henry, which, how should I say this? Okay, in a warren of crumbling buildings and desperate people called the Old City, there stands a hospital with cinder block walls which echo with the screams of the poor souls inside. In the hospital there is a woman. Her hair, once blonde, hangs and tangles down her back. She doesn't remember why she's in such a terrible place. Just a tea party long ago and long ears and blood. Oh. Why have I been avoiding this? I think because I've heard like very mixed things about this. So this is like, I'm guessing a darker Alice retelling, and I just read the original Alice in Wonderland and, well, Alice's Adventures in Wonderland and Through the Looking Glass. And I think I prefer the movies. Anyway, this works out nice. I've been avoiding it like way too long anyway. There are about a million other books I could put on here, but I've been thinking about picking this up anyway. So this is a, so far, the prompts have been good to me. I should not have said that. Why did I say that? Oh yeah. I always say that and then I get kind of screwed over. Friend chooses. Who should I ask? Oh, I don't even have to ask. I know which one she would choose. So I know she would choose that because she has been telling me to constantly been telling me to finally pick it up. She actually gifted it to me for my birthday a couple of years ago, and that is Reality Show by Anne Freitag, and this is a German book. And it is basically like, think, or almost like a Big Brother sort of thing. Like, it's a reality TV show, but what happens is that very prominent people are basically, their crimes are shown on television, and the audience gets to decide what happens to them. That's as far as that's the premise as far as I know, and my friend absolutely loved this book, and I have been wanting to read it for a while, and it actually kind of looks good with the color as well. It's really difficult for me to explain something that's written in German and English. My translation skills are non-existent. I don't know why. My brain just does not want to compute in two languages at once, and it's just, yeah, anyway. But I'm really excited for this, actually, so that's really good. And we will see what happens. I'm not mad, you know? Okay, how about, do I have pink? I don't think I have pink. Or was that pink? No, that was blue. I do always, these like colors mean nothing, but I like having different colors. Oh, I have to, no, that's an orange. Never mind, okay. Pink it is. Oh, this was opening itself. I feel like this is the wrong way around. What does it say? Pick a book based on the first sentence. Either I put this back or I wrote it down twice because I feel like I just did that. Okay, ooh. Should I get like 3 books that I've been wanting to read and read the first sentence of each to decide? I feel like it's a good idea. So I was very rudely interrupted by my grandma, who arrived 20 minutes earlier than she was supposed to. So there was a little cut here. But the last prompt I was doing was pick a book based on the first sentence, and I decided to just grab 3 books that I've been either wanting to read or I'm gonna read anyway and just see which one works the best for this prompt. So I've got the third in the Romeo and Juliet Society by Sabine Schoda, and I'm really excited to be finally reading this. I'll probably be reading this regardless in August, but the first sentence is technically just somebody asking the name of someone, so name question mark. No spoilers, so I'm gonna say the next sentence, which is Was weiß ich nicht, which translates to what do I not know? Which is kind of boring, to be honest. Okay, then we've got The Cartographers by Peng Shepherd. It's got these beautiful edges. And it's actually numbered as well. This was such a lucky find in 66 books. Love it. And part 1 is called The Library, and the first sentence is, in the dim light of her desk's single bulb lamp, the map nearly glowed. Which is intriguing. But is it the right book? Don't know. And then I've got another German book, which is Gladiator's Love by Azuka Leonera. I think that's how you pronounce that, I have no idea. It's also got beautiful edges. And the first sentence is, dachtest du wirklich, du könntest mich besiegen? Tönt Marcellus mein heutiger Gegner, blah, 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 blah. Which basically translates to, did you really think you could beat me? Which is intriguing. I really like that. I think I'm gonna go with this one just because it's like, it's the most intriguing to me in terms of first sentences, and I've been wanting to read it for so long. It's been, out of those 3, this has been on my TBR for the longest. So 3 more books. And I have 8 that I want to read. Okay, so no, this one. That was the one that wanted to come out, but didn't because I was stupid. Okay, a book from the longest series on your TBR. Ha! Perfection. Did I put this prompt back? Because I don't think the Kathy Reichs Temperance Brennan series is quite there yet. And this is also the one that I have the most books of. So I'm going to be continuing with book 22 of The Grimm Chronicles by Maya Shepard. And ooh, this, if our main character is who I think it is, I'm really excited for this book. It's also super short. I love it. It's got like 80 pages, maybe. So always really happy about that. Oh, that was quick. But also, like, at this point, I know what my longest series is currently, so yeah. Well, is there a specific color that I just like haven't picked up yet? I don't think, well, a light blue. So gonna do a light blue. Let's see. A book with a weapon on the cover. Oh, perfect. So I'm gonna be reading book 3 in the Romeo and Juliet Society. No, but there's a dagger right here. And honestly, these 2 could be classified as weapons. So technically there's 3. Anyway, that was quick. I didn't even have to think about this, like, at all. We're, like, doing really well in terms of balancing German and English books. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Last prompt already, dang it. Okay. I'm not gonna look at the color at all. I'm just gonna, okay. Just gonna choose and see what happens. Does this focus? Okay. A book recommended by a bookseller. Oh, this is great because currently a good chunk of the audiobooks is still part of the subscription. I don't want to. I have it, but just because I listen to so many audiobooks that I need it, it's not like yeah. Anyway, I have been wanting to reread these anyway. So, honestly, because I'm gonna reread this one, A Touch of Darkness by A Touch of Darkness by Scarlett Sinclair. I have the first 3 books, and the first 2 I've read. So I will be rereading A Touch of Darkness, technically, but it is a Hades and Persephone... I cannot speak. A Hades and Persephone retelling, and Persephone is the goddess of spring in title only. Since she was a little girl, flowers have only shriveled at her touch. After moving to New Athens, she hoped to lead an unassuming life disguised as a mortal journalist. All of that changes when she sits down in a forbidden nightclub to play a hand of cards with a hypnotic and mysterious stranger. I'm actually excited to reread this now. Sorry, that was a lot. Anyway, I don't think this has ever happened, but I have quite literally the perfect balance of German and English books. I have 4 German and 4 English books. So in August, hopefully, I will be reading A Touch of Darkness by Scarlett Sinclair, Alice by Christina Henry, Hades and Persephone retelling, Alice retelling, The Dark Prophecy, The Trials of Apollo by Rick Riordan, which technically is a Greek mythology retelling, or continuation, and then The Lace Reader by Brenonia Barry, which I'm not even sure I really know what that is about. And then, in terms of German books, Reality Show by Anne Freitag, which is like quite literally it's a reality show, and people will probably die. That's what I'm getting. That's the vibe I'm getting. The Romeo and Juliet Society, Diamantentod by Sabine Schoda, which is a sort of Romeo and Juliet retelling. Lots of retellings here. Love it. And it is the big finale, so I am really excited about this, and I cannot say more about it because that would be spoilers. Der Märchenschreiber, which is part of the Grimm Chronicles by Maya Shepard, and this is also technically a retelling of the Grimm fairy tales. Not necessarily a retelling, but like it gives that vibe. And I will be 1 book closer to finishing. And then last but not least, Gladiator's Love by Azuka Leonera. And this is gladiators. I don't freaking remember what this was about. So Aaron, I'm guessing is our main character, has to fight in the arena, and oh, okay. Damn, okay, so apparently she has fire magic, and she is a vantir in, like, basically a slave. I mean, that's what gladiators, I think, tended to be anyway. So and there's a romance. So yeah, that is my August TBR, and I have to say I'm quite excited. It is, I think, a good mix. Is it a good mix? So I've got fantasy, romantasy, thriller, I guess. Fantasy, fantasy, and I'm gonna call it romantasy because I don't know what to call it. It's not really that good of a it's not a very balanced diet. But anyway, I'm excited, and please let me know what you are reading in August because I want to know. I'm nosy. And if you've read any of these or if you're interested in any of these. So thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Please consider giving it a thumbs up and maybe subscribing. And I will see you in the next one. Bye.